This is just another podcast with Kevin, Marlo, James, Albert, Edgar, and Chris.
All right, so welcome back to just another podcast and another episode, almost full squad. Or no, sorry, Albert, full squad. Sorry, full squad here. How's everybody doing? How's the other three? We haven't seen you guys.
I know. I'm good. I'm tired, but I'm here.
My lighting's weird. Hold on.
All right. Well, right? Marlo fixes his lighting.
I look a little weird.
While Marlo fixes his lighting, I realized that I have a pet peeve that I didn't realize I had.
You have a new one? Okay.
Yeah. People that litter. Like, legit. Why'd you make that face? Do you litter?
James litters all the time.
Come on, man.
I'm a selective litterer.
What do you mean, Kay? Like, give me an example of how you litter.
Oh, sorry. Here's our guest, Tyler Magz from Virgin Radio. Sorry.
Oh, hey. What's
shit.
up? Hey, Tyler. Hello?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Hey, man.
This is our guest.
Oh, hey. What's up, Tyler? How's it going?
Good, boys. How you doing?
Good,
man. Good.
So none of you knew I was gonna be here.
No. Zero clue. We had no clue. James kept it a secret this whole time. So good on James.
Oh, yo, what's up, man?
What's up?
Y'all, I owe him a coffee. I told him about him. So.
I will also buy you a coffee.
Okay, I want to do this just out of the goodness of my heart and everything.
Appreciate that, though.
Thanks, bro.
Everyone, introduce yourselves to Tyler since.
Sure. My name is Kevin. I don't know, what do I say about myself?
It was simple pleasantries. It wasn't a name.
It's a date, man.
Yeah, I know for sure. Well, I'm Kevin. I know these guys. I know Edgar. I know Marlo the longest. He's my best friend since grade 2, and the rest I know, I guess, just through the years through school and stuff. And James I met through Chris.
I'm Chris. I don't know. I've been friends with James for, James, how long have we been friends now?
Dallas Championship.
2 weeks.
Wow.
No, not Dallas.
I remember
Miami.
that.
06.
06. Just from basketball, and then, yeah.
I like how you're telling time based off of NBA finals.
It's like you guys have a basketball.
Dallas and Miami?
Yeah, that's how long I know. And most of them, yeah.
It's like you guys have like a basketball podcast or something.
Yeah, that's kind of strange.
I'm Edgar. I met these guys through Kevin. Met James through Marlo playing basketball.
That was the first time you met him?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, my name is Marlo. Kevin, I've known pretty much my whole life.
Pretty much.
Edgar, I met through Kevin. Chris, I met in high school, and James, I met playing ball back in like the championship, like you said.
Yeah.
Nice. Are you guys all in Winnipeg?
Yeah.
Nice.
Born and raised.
Can I do
Kevin looks like he's living in like T-Dot with the background and everything.
No.
Like one of those skyscraper apartments, man.
No, I wish.
Like a luxury suite up there.
This is a skyscraper apartment in Winnipeg. Hell yeah, it is.
No.
If you look outside right away, you'll know it's Winnipeg.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I do my intro how I originally planned on introducing him?
I'd be upset if you didn't.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Okay, so I'll start off with if you haven't already, please follow us on YouTube, Spotify, and IG at Just Another Podcast. So today we have a very special guest in honor of his podcast, Show and Tell. Our today's episode is brought to you by Marshmallows by Sean Combs. They puff, they can't stop, won't stop. Take that.
That's dope.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
I like that.
Our guest is a fantastic representation of the PhilCan community up here. He is an ambassador for the Pearl of the Orient Philippine Pavilion. Right, Sil?
Yeah. No. Back in 2009. It was.
At one point, sorry.
At one point, yeah.
He is known every day, Monday to Friday, tickling your ear holes from 2 to 7 on Virgin Radio. He's the very talented, very handsome Tyler Magz.
What's up?
Hey, Tyler, how's it going?
Welcome.
I'm excited to be here.
We appreciate
I couldn't do my podcast this week, so this is my daily podcast.
Awesome.
Oh, awesome. Works out. We appreciate you. The 10 people that listen to our show appreciate you as well. I sent you a couple of questions that I wanted to ask you, but before I ask you that, I just listened to your last episode. What was it called?
I don't even remember what my
Show
last
and tell.
episode was about.
Show and tell.
That's what the show is called. But I'm saying, you had talked about your first kiss for Salsa Sundays with Serena.
Oh, that my first date. Yeah, that was my first date. Oh yeah, first kiss with her. Yeah.
Can you tell them the story? Because I was at work. I actually like stopped working and went like, oh my god, Tyler is I mean this nicely, but like a loser like me.
Yeah. So it was one of those things where I think a lot of guys just don't catch on, or like they don't catch the hints. So like my girlfriend for her first date, she was like leaning in, you know, like we were pretty snuggled up in at the Forks after Salsa Sundays was done, and I wasn't really paying attention, or like the clues weren't clicking in. So basically, I was like, "Oh, this is a lovely night, you know. Like, there's a whole bunch of people here." And meanwhile, she's like, head is nuzzled up, her lips are like pointing up at me. So she initiated. I'll say that.
Nice.
And nothing.
Nice.
How long did it take before you were like?
I don't know. It took longer than it should have, because she still makes fun of that.
I was just gonna say that. I was gonna say, does she still bring it up every now?
Oh, absolutely, she does.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait, you said Salsa Sundays? What's that? Is that like
it was a thing. It was a thing at the Forks where on Sundays people will learn how to salsa, like under at the canopy. And we were talking about how it's being brought back.
Yeah.
So
cool.
Nice.
you need a date idea. That's the idea. That's the good one.
That's actually pretty good. I thought about doing that as a date idea, but that never came up once yet. I need a date first.
We'll
you
get there.
and Kevin can double date.
There you go. Hey, that's perfect.
Okay.
And there's plenty of singles that are going to be at. Well, from last times I went, there was always a lot of singles that were just there, just to
yeah?
stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, nice, cool,
Here you guys go.
nice. I have the same sort of. Yeah, I have the same, I guess, lack of. What's the word for it? Like, I don't know. I can't.
Tell
What
your
was my-
story, Kevin.
Can you
What's my
tell them your
story? Sorry, which one are you guys talking about?
The tube girl.
Which one?
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's not gonna listen to this, right? So there's no risk to me telling
What
her.
if she
I don't know,
subscribed?
man.
What if she
No.
subscribed all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, there was a girl at work that I think is pretty cute, and she's really cool. And I don't know, I wouldn't call it flirting, but we would like talk and make conversation, or whatever. And she came to the desk one time, and in a work-related way, she left me her number. Oh no, she offered her number to me, but I didn't take it because I was like, no, that's cool. Like, Tyler's already laughing. I'm like, yeah,
Like,
Tyler,
he knows where
like,
this is going.
I'm like, no, it's cool. Like, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. Like, and then she's like, no. Like, if anything, just text me. So, or like, no, she didn't say text me. Sorry. She just gave me a number or whatever. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. If you insist. And then she wrote her number down. And to me, that was her way of giving me her number. Or like, sorry, that was the issue that I presented to these five. Because I didn't know. Was it like, what do you think, Tyler? Was that her in her own way giving me her number? Or was that
I think so.
You think
No,
so?
I
Oh,
think
man,
so.
that's-
I think so. Yeah.
Really?
I
That
think
makes
so.
all-
Yeah.
That makes all of you then.
Especially if she insisted.
Uh-huh.
I think after the first time, if she goes back to it, then it's a little. I don't know. I feel like there's a little more motive to that. If there's
Right.
a second, if there's more than one offering of the phone number.
Yeah, good point. Okay,
That's
well,
just me though. That's just me though.
No, well,
This is
no,
coming
I'll-
from the guy that couldn't realize that the kiss was coming his way.
Yeah, well, everyone else agreed with you, so I that's an L for me. I'll take that L and I'll take it away and learn from it, I guess. So,
We
Yeah,
said you
that's-
should text her still, man, and just be like,
This is recent.
yeah, like a
Literally like 3
month
weeks
bro.
ago.
Yeah, like you just have to.
Yeah, hey, you gotta do it now. I feel like the window's closing actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We said
window's
that.
definitely closing.
Yeah. All right, Tyler. No.
I like how it took me to convince you to do it when you had like 4 other dudes trying to.
Oh,
dare
man. Yeah. Well, okay. No, to be fair, like I just, I don't know. Like I guess I'm a skeptical person in general. So when a girl comes to me, and, like gives me her number, I'm like, I don't know. I just
This
think
doesn't happen.
Yeah, this doesn't happen. Like this
This is a joke. This is a
Yeah,
joke.
yeah.
especially a cute girl. It's like, what?
I feel like all of us have been there where it's like, why? How is this happening? Like, are you
Yeah.
sure? Are you sure you're talking to me? Like, there's other dudes over here.
Exactly,
You're
right?
mistaking me for someone else, or
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll get into like the real question, I guess. I want to get like a serious question out of the way before we have some fun. So Tyler, I sent you this message, so you should have an answer really, really ready. So as a POC, how does it feel being an idol, inspiration, a role model for kids that look like you, like us, considering the only people we heard that were like us are the titos and titas from CKJS.
I love it, man.
No, I was kidding.
JS.
We all know
The
it.
station, the
Jingles
best.
too, right? We all know the jingle. I grew up with that jingle. It's weird. I don't think about myself as an idol. I feel like that's a little much. I see myself as weirdly just the dude that has a lot to say that I don't think a lot of people have the opportunity to say. When it comes to a profession like this, there's not a lot of people like me. So I've been given this gift to kind of put my culture at the forefront, because Winnipeg is so vast in terms of its Filipino community that I feel like I'd be doing it a disservice if I didn't add a little bit of my own flavor to it. And because we all have the upbringing that's very, very different from the traditional Canadian or Caucasian upbringing, and that brings a lot of stories that I think a good population of Winnipeg can relate to. So I kind of keep that in mind. And it's not until I go out to different events like that where I'll have parents be like, oh, my kids look up to you, or like, it's really cool that there's someone that my child could look up to. And it's a burden, but it's also a responsibility, and it's a good burden. Let me just say, it's a good burden to have. But that just comes with a lot of responsibility as well. It's like Spider-Man, basically.
I wanted to say that because he kept saying responsibility over and over. So like,
Filipino Spider-Man, yeah.
Nice.
Exactly.
There you go.
Nice.
How'd you get your start?
So it actually relates to the Pro League or Philippine Pavilion. So I was their MC for a lot of their pre-show stuff.
Mhm.
And I was done finishing my degree at U of W. I was doing a theater and film degree, which I never really ended up using. So after graduating, I was kind of like, I don't know what else I want to do. And then I always got comments at Folklorama when there was our time to perform and everything, that people are like, "Oh, you have a really good voice. You have a really good voice for radio." And
Were you offended?
it's crazy.
You're like,
No,
what's wrong with my face?
it's funny because I didn't think about that as a profession. That's the crazy thing. And it wasn't until maybe September. I think it was like the Thursday before class. I signed up to enroll in like broadcasting school the Thursday, like 3 days before the Monday of classes. Like, it was such a last minute thing that I was just like, you know what? I have nothing to do. Let me go back to school and let me just try this out. And that whim of a thing of me just being like, you know what, let's just do this. That actually turned out to be something that I'm actually doing for a living, which is crazy. And then with that, I bounced around from one station to another, just on street team stuff, and then just worked my way up from Virgin Radio to get to where I am now, which took 7 years. 2015, I was at Virgin Radio.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
well,
Time flies, man.
Oh, dude, it does not feel like it does. It's crazy. It feels like I've been on the air for like a year.
Really?
Yeah,
Crazy.
it flies by.
What's crazy is that like I don't think you remember our first meeting. You were working for Energy. You were on the street team. I met you at Newburger because Christine had won a contest. Of course, she won a contest.
She was all the contests.
Was this when I was doing like clues on the air or something?
Yeah,
like that?
yeah.
I think I remember that actually.
Oh,
Yeah. I remember doing that contest so vividly. I don't know why. But I remember doing the clues and I was like, come here. And yeah, I guess so. Hey, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it was you, if I remember.
Natalie. Yeah.
You, Natalie, and I think Maxine Peters.
Yes, Maxine. Yes, that's right.
I remember that just because
James knows.
Wow.
He knows.
my long-term memory is good, man. Short-term, not so much.
That's vivid, man. Yeah. It would always be me and Natalie kind of rocking the street team with energy.
It's funny because I don't remember you, but I remember Natalie 100%.
No, Natalie's good people. I love Natalie and I miss her, even though she's now in Victoria.
Yeah.
I was gonna say this. The second actual time I met Tyler, he hosted one of the Glee Club shows, and he showed up early, and I was like, "You're Filipino and you're early." Like, you okay?
I thought I was the only one.
Yeah, Edgar also shows up early to everything.
Man, that's the Transcona part of me, though. That's why.
We went to white schools.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't grow up in a Filipino school where everybody was late. I had to be on time. There's no other option.
That's hilarious.
That's so funny. Do you have a favorite hosting gig?
That's a tough question.
And why is it the Glee Club? I'm just kidding.
I will say the Glee Club has a very special place in my heart because that was one of the first ones where I felt like you guys wanted me rather than other emceeing events that I may have had before, where it's like, oh, we need any sort of virtual radio host, it's like anybody will do it. I was like, okay, I'll do it. But for this, it was like being specifically asked where I'm like, oh, I feel honored. Like you want me to do this rather than like someone else. So that one has a special place in my heart. I want to say maybe hosting the Folklorama kickoff, because that was kind of like a full circle moment for me because I started emceeing for Folklorama, and for me to do it on a bigger scale for like all the pavilions and then do it through my work with the radio, that was kind of a cool thing, because now I'm not a performer. I'm just like, I'm the one that's introing the performance, basically. So that was fun. That's a tough question, but I want to say that for now. But I'm probably going to miss something that is going to click later. I'm going to be like, oh yeah, that one.
I have two more radio related questions. If you guys have anything, jump in, man.
I have one.
Go
One.
ahead.
Okay.
Bye, Chris.
I guess pre-pandemic or before people wearing masks, I'm sure you would get like recognized in public or wherever you go, right?
Yeah, I don't know, because I feel like I feel like people still don't know what I look like sometimes. And again, my voice doesn't match my face. Some people. I remember early on in my radio career, and I could tell that people saw me. They're like, "Oh, you're not what I expected." In translation, they're like, "Oh, I thought you were white." Like that's
a permanent white voice.
Yeah, that's the face that they made. I was like, I know.
I remember the first time I heard you on the radio. I was like, and then you said you're Filipino, I think, or something. I was like, wait a minute. No way. And I was like, oh, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, that happened. That happened a lot in my early career.
I definitely had to look it up on Instagram. I'm like, is he really?
Yeah, it's. I'll tell you a funny story about like early on in my radio career, where I was talking about how I went to the Philippines, and then I didn't have the opportunity to go to the Tim Hortons in the Philippines, and I made a joke on air that I was like, yeah, but it probably has the same amount of Filipino workers that they do here. And I got people phoning me. I was like, I'm not answering the phone because I know there's people going to be mad about that, because I knew some people didn't know that I was Filipino. And it's funny because the next day, my boss pulls me into his office. He's like, you got to listen to this. And someone phoned my boss, left a message being like, Hey, I just want to let you know that I heard this radio announcer. I think his name is Tyler. He made some really insensitive remarks about the Filipino community. If you want to discuss it, that I would gladly like to just voice my frustrations with you. And
Wow.
my boss was totally cool. He's like, don't even worry about it. She probably doesn't know that you're Filipino.
Man.
Oh man, wow.
Well, first of all, I didn't even know there was a Tim's in the Philippines. So.
There's one. There's only one.
There's only one. Okay.
I'm sorry, that joke is so funny. Like, it's
Oh my
so
God.
good. It's so good.
I had a follow up, but now I can't remember because of that joke. Like the times you do get recognized and like people know who you are. Like, do you ever get like free stuff just because of your celebrity status of a local celebrity?
Sometimes. It's been a while since that happened. But yeah, it's usually if they see something on social media where I'm like talking about a specific product or being like, you know what, I need help with this. There's always people that are dropping stuff on my DMs to be like, oh, just come on by, so I think social media plays a big factor in
Nice.
people noticing me. So I see it more on social media rather than in person.
Oh, bro, okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Anybody
Although
else?
the occasional fan will come up to me and will give me something. Someone gave me pancake batter for some reason.
Oh,
Or pancake,
Really?
not pancake
What?
batter,
Batter?
pancake, like a pancake mix.
Oh, like the mix?
powder. Yeah, the
I thought it was like
Wow.
pre-mixed
Okay.
already.
No,
Like, here you go.
no.
Like,
It's
hey,
the
they came
box
up
of
with,
like
you with a
pancake.
bowl.
Oh, man.
I did it.
Well, did you eat it? No.
No, I left it. I left that box there because I was like, I don't.
Yeah.
No
What is
offense, no offense to who that is, but I don't trust some of the gifts that people give me, especially with this random like pancake mix.
Sure, no kidding. Oh man, that's funny. I have
Do a lot
quick
of people
yeah.
take photos with you? Like they ask for photos and stuff, or?
It's usually the Filipino families actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's usually the Filipino families, and it's more so for their kids, where it's like, oh, my kids listen to you,
Mhm.
and would it be okay to take a picture with you? I'm like, absolutely, and that's the most rewarding thing. I freaking love doing that because it's like, okay,
Mhm.
this justifies what I'm doing on the radio and reminds me of why I'm doing it, basically.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it's awesome.
Have your question?
Yeah, I have a quick question. Like, what you're obviously like so naturally good at it, like super talented on the radio and on air and everything. Like, when you first started, were you like super nervous? And is it like something that you developed over time? And do you still get nervous on the air every now and then, or is it just natural to you now?
I don't think it's ever going to be natural because the thing about this job is it's always something new. There's always something new to talk about. And in an age where people are a little bit more cautious of what is being heard and what is being said, and sensitivity is dialed up a little bit more, it's always a challenge finding stuff to talk about. So I'm more nervous about how I say things rather than what I'm saying because I never know what's going to be taken as offensive nowadays.
That's
So
true.
that's the hard part. In terms of like early on in my career, I think I was a little more. I think I felt a little more free because I was like, oh, this is my first time. People can give me the benefit of a doubt, because it is my first time. Talking wise, like just being conversational, that's the easy part. It's just a matter of finding stuff to talk about, to be conversational about. Yeah. That's the tough part, and I don't think that's ever going to go away until people dial down their sensitivity. I would say.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
How do you like come up with your bits? Like, listen to your pod. Like, I know you guys laugh at your own jokes, but how do you like? Are you like, this won't hit? I don't know if this will hit, or.
I mean, that's the beauty of me just doing it because I don't. That's kind of the beauty of like podcasting and radio is that I don't know who's finding this funny, but as long as I'm finding it funny, that's all I really care. And I think some people just gravitate to the fact that I'm laughing at my own joke, that they laugh at it, and that's just what I'm thinking because I never hear people laughing on the other end. I don't know. It's just a matter of like, do I find this funny? Do I enjoy saying it this way? And if I do, then there has to be someone out there that also has the same sense of humor as I do, you know.
Right.
I appreciate the puns, man. Like seriously, I came up with 4 different ones. That was my favorite one. The other 3, Christine didn't like one of them. The other 2, she was like, I don't know if they'll get it. So I was like,
Can we hear them?
Can we?
Okay, so this episode's brought to you by O-Town's new line of water, the stuff that liquid dreams are made of. I hear it, right? Like, like when I wrote it, I was like, yeah, that's good. And it was
It's like,
the other one is this episode is brought to you by Mars, the chocolate, the planet, but we don't talk about Bruno.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That's a good one.
And the last one was also this episode is brought to you by Luisa Madrigal, teapots. They boil to the pressure, but it just won't pop.
A lot of Encanto.
I was inspired by like their pod. Like you guys had like back-to-back Justin Timberlake ones. I was like,
Nice.
That's the hardest part of the podcast, man. Finding like puns to pretend to have a sponsor for.
they're so good. Oh, like the yours was better than hers with the carousel. What comes around goes around.
Oh yeah, that's just yeah, that's right.
That one's...
Was it Justin Timberlake themed carousels? Who can you trust more than someone that knows what goes around comes around?
Justin Timberlake theme.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
It's so dumb. Like it's so dumb.
They're so good.
It's so good.
That's
though.
what makes it so good, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like sometimes when I'm drinking, I actually have to go shit. Like no, your pun game's amazing. Okay, so I'll give it like a couple more radio related questions, and then we'll go on to like our Reddit questions that we usually do.
Yeah.
So when you hear a song on the radio, do you go like, oh, that should not be played? Like that song is disgusting. Like 3435, like the remix. I heard was playing on your station. I was like, oh my god, the things that Doja Cat is saying, this is not okay.
Yeah, it's weird because like the censorship on some songs it varies, and I don't know why. And I think it's just because whatever the record labels give us in terms of like the clean version, that's all we can do. You know, unless there is an uproar from listeners being like, why is this line on here? Or why is this being talked about? Then there might be a change, but for the most part, we're just going with what the record labels give us.
Okay.
And there haven't been a lot of songs that, you know, there's been an outcry for it. I think the closest would be The Baby, when his whole controversy was going on. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, I heard about that.
The word, because he said a word.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So when that happened, he was with the Dua Lipa song, the Levitating song.
Right.
And once all that hit, man, we kiboshed that song so fast and quickly had to get the one without him featured on it. So I think it's more stuff like that, you know, trying to get it before it gets way too out of hand.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
But again, that's all just the record labels that just give us the certain songs or like the certain edits of songs. Because even the clean versions, sometimes they're not as clean as you think they're gonna be.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Like some songs are just filthy. I'm like,
Yeah.
my niece listens to this radio station. Like,
yeah, man. I don't know.
okay, so one more question. You've met celebrities. You met Joe Coy.
Yep.
I believe you met. Did you meet Bruno and Camila Cabello? Also?
No, I just met Camila Cabello. I did not meet Bruno. I wish I did, but
Lucky.
Camila was on the cusp of like her superstardom. This was like right before she hit Havana, actually.
Wow.
Oh.
So I had a chance to talk with her. I talked with Halsey on the phone. That was pretty cool.
Nice.
Who is like I guess your favorite like superstar you ever met? You don't have to, I want to ask the least, but you don't have to. You don't have to. I get it. And which one was like you're like, holy crap, I can't believe I'm talking to so and so.
I think it would be those ones. Joe Coy was definitely my favorite because through my eyes, he's obviously an idol for a lot of Filipinos, right? And it's funny because like I felt like because everybody at the station got to chat with him, or like our other radio stations got to chat with him, but I think I was the one that really appreciated it the most, or just took advantage of it the most. And it was more so just because Joko was so friendly. Like when I met him, he was walking down. I stuck up my hand to give him a handshake. He's like, "No, man, I'm a hugger," and he just gave me this big hug.
Oh.
I like this. Yeah, I like this dude already.
Yeah.
And then it was so natural of a conversation because it was on another level of just being friends, and then being just like Filipinos. We're talking about Filipino breakfasts and like stuff I really want to talk about. There's no other people I could talk about it with. So here comes this Filipino icon that I can just shoot this stuff with, and he gets it, right? Like he absolutely gets it. And like my mom and dad were so proud because they know who he is. People my pavilion were super hyped about that because they know who he is. That was a good feeling for sure. Camila Cabello was the one that I was most starstruck by. Because Fifth Harmony was a big thing, right?
Mhm.
It's still a big thing. So for her, it was nerve-wracking because I think for that one I had to submit my questions beforehand.
Oh.
Usually I don't do that when I ask questions, but I think because she was a bigger thing, and this was kind of around the time that she broke up with the band, they just wanted to screen my questions to make sure it wasn't anything that she didn't want to answer. But yeah, she was super cool with my answers. I would like to go back to that interview and do it better though. I was still nervous about that one.
She like, I don't want to ask that question. Never mind, I'm not gonna ask that.
Was that early? Was that early in your radio career?
Yeah, I think that was like 2017 maybe. I think I just moved over to the drive spot, which is where I am now, from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. And I think I was just nervous because she was a bigger deal, right? And like the whole process of asking questions was a lot different. So I'm like, don't say anything that you're just gonna get mad at.
Yeah.
So I think I was just in my own head with that interview. But I would definitely love to do that again. But she's too up there now.
See, I was gonna say, I'm like, was she hotter in person, or like, I don't know.
She looks exactly the same in person as she did.
Wow.
That's exactly the same.
Wow.
Exactly the same.
Wow.
Super cool too, super chill. She was the one that was like, "Oh, well, let's take a selfie." I was like, "Oh, this is great. Okay, well, I didn't have to nervously ask for it."
Okay, we're a Vanessa Hudgens stan.
No, we're not.
There's except for him. There's two things about our group. We're Vanessa Hudgens stan, except for Edgar. Second, we only approve of cheating if it's Usher Raymond. Because he only puts out good music when he's cheating. So with that being said, what's your favorite Vanessa Hudgens movie? Because I remember me and you talked like a couple years ago. You went through a phase.
Princess Switch is still
Fire.
my jam. The first one though, the other ones were trash. The other ones were trash.
No, he's right. He's right. The first one was the best.
That's Kevin's favorite movie too.
Is it actually decent? I'll give it a go if it's actually
I
decent.
can't believe you still haven't watched it.
The first one is I remember watching the third one because the third one was the last one that came out. Yeah. There was just too much going on. I think they were just trying to milk that whole series, because it was like, I don't know, the storyline was really weird because it was heisty, and I was like, why? Yeah. Why do you need to have a heist in a Christmas movie?
Yeah, it got really weird. Yeah.
There was a heist in a Christmas. All right.
Yeah.
Just watch the first one.
Just too many characters and everything.
Edgar's convinced. It was
just a Fast and Furious movie. That's all it was. That's all.
Seemed like
heist, and then the villain has a redeeming arc.
Yeah, so. Yeah, basically. Princess Switch number 1.
I'm gonna download it right now.
Netflix, man. What the heck?
I'm gonna download it on Netflix to watch it at work.
Okay.
Work. I'm gonna watch it at work.
Okay, so the next question I'm gonna ask is if you find your best friend is cheating on their partner, what do you do? Do you confront your best friend? Do you tell their partner?
Ooh.
This was a popular question we got or episode couple weeks ago.
Yeah, a couple
So,
episodes ago.
I
You
like
got responses.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would confront them. I wouldn't feel right about it. I probably wouldn't do it right away because I would have to work up the courage to be like, okay, what do I want to say to my best friend that is gonna soften the blow as much as possible, but let them know that I'm not approving of this. I would confront them, but not right away because I need to work up what I have to say in the proper way to say. Because I don't want to damage a friendship based off of me looking outside into the relationship because I don't know what's going on in the relationship.
Right.
But from what I'm seeing, it's like, okay, this is bothering me. I'm going to say something, but also I need some understanding for why you're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good answer.
That's a tough question, man.
Yeah, I know. But that's
That's a
basically what
loaded
everyone.
question.
Yeah, that's basically what everyone else said too, except for Edgar. No, I'm kidding.
No, it's not.
I'm kidding.
I just
No,
said I
that-
wouldn't tell the girl. I would tell my buddy to fucking say something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make him
I
say
would-
something. I wouldn't tell
Yeah, I agree with that girl.
because that's not my spot to say anything to her.
Absolutely. Yeah.
There.
And anyone else got anything, or else I'm moving on to just like dumb questions today.
Oh
Dumb
yeah,
questions?
dumb questions.
Go to
Let's do
dumb
these.
questions.
Let's
Go.
Yeah, let's do these dumb questions.
Well, Marlo wasn't here, so I guess I could ask Marlo and Tyler. Lightning McQueen, does he have car insurance or life insurance?
What?
Lightning, Lightning McQueen.
Life insurance or carriage? Oh,
Yeah.
There is a
I
right.
think it's life insurance.
yeah, he's alive, right?
Yeah,
It would have to be
exactly.
life insurance.
No.
Did I say that last time? It would have to be
Yeah,
life
He
insurance.
said life
It has to
insurance.
be. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm the one that said car insurance, and I said it was car
Car
insurance. 'cause-
Because he's a car.
Yeah, no,
Is it fine?
I said car insurance because people have personalities and cars don't, and then I got
Oh.
I don't know why I had to think about that. I was like,
I did too. I was like, wait,
yeah.
it was an obvious answer, but I just wanted to make sure I had all my ducks in a row. That's a good one.
It's good. Yeah, that is a good one. I like it.
Do you have Reddit questions, Kevin? Or
not right, not off the top of my head.
okay,
I had that fun question about because Marlo wasn't here either. That question: would you cut your buddy at the bottom? Would you cut him off and save the
Oh.
rest?
Oh, I had a response to that, and I can't remember what it was.
We asked Tyler too.
paint the scenario.
Ask Tyler.
What was it?
Okay, so Tyler, you're mountain climbing with your buddies, right?
Yeah.
There's 5 of you. For some reason, this would never happen, but you're all tethered together. That's because that's a safe way to mountain climb, apparently. So, anyways, something goes wrong and you're all hanging, and the only way for you to save all of you is for the bottom person to have to be cut. Would you have the courage, or would you cut the person at the bottom off to save the rest of you?
And you're the person above that person, right? Like,
Yeah.
Let's say
You're
make
person 4.
Yeah, let's say you're person number 4. So you just have to cut your buddy at the bottom off to save the
to
4 of
save
you.
everyone else.
Yeah, to save everyone else. Would you do it?
Yeah, I would do it.
Yeah.
See?
I would do it. I
Like,
would do it.
no doubt I would do it.
I'm
Hey,
saying
here's why I
All
paused
right.
because I was like, do I want to convince him why it's a good thing for him to die, or should I just not tell him anything and just go straight for the cut without any
Yeah.
explanation?
Distract him. Be like, look over there. And just fucking cut it.
Oh my god. I'm saying that logically that absolutely makes sense, and I know what I would have to do, but physically I wouldn't be able to. And like,
Yes.
what if I cut him off and he lived? It's like
He hangs on. He hangs on to something else.
It's not even that high of a mountain.
dude.
I'm coming back for you.
Dude, Spider-Man just way back to the top before the 4 of us can get up. It's like,
And then he cuts all of you
My
off.
yeah. Oh man, that's funny. Marlo, what would
Yeah,
you
that's
do?
a
Would you
good
do?
one.
You said you had an answer for it.
No, I had an answer for it before,
Oh,
and I think it was more of like there has to be another way.
Oh, okay.
But like,
There's gotta be
obviously, obviously, that's the only way. Then yeah, it's. I don't know if I can.
What if it
Do I
was me,
let the
Marlo?
person below me?
I'm below you. And I'm
No.
telling you to do it. Edgar said the same thing. But yeah, no,
You
that's
all
uh,
die
yeah.
though. It's one
What?
person.
The
If
worst-
if you don't cut them, then you all die, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the point.
Can't we work as a team to save that person?
No.
I don't know.
No.
That's the tough part is
Yeah.
taking the time to negotiate all this.
Right, yeah.
And then you're dead.
If I'm number one, y'all taking too long discussing
Yeah,
this.
I was just gonna say,
Just letting you know.
being at the top of that, it's kind of like, yeah, this is.
Everyone in this group is super indecisive too.
Oh, we would be the worst 5 to be on that cliff. Tell you right now, like that would just be. We have trouble figuring out where we're gonna eat for dinner. I don't think.
That's not true.
Oh yeah, we just ask you.
Yeah, we're cutting the last guy.
Like, sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
It's for the greater good, though, right?
Yeah,
Kevin's
it's
like,
really
so
good.
sorry, man. Edgar says you're cut.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
you come back as a ghost, haunt him only.
Yeah. We also said Chris would jump and cut me and him off at the same time, so he wouldn't be alone. Different options of what can happen, I guess.
What's a fresh as hell outfit you thought like in high school that you wore that you thought were like, yo, I am so fly. And then you look at pictures like, ugh, I don't know, man.
That's me with fedoras every freaking time. Every time.
You have a fedora?
Right?
Yeah.
Wow.
I had like 12 fedoras.
Nice.
growing up.
Whoa.
This is at the height of 2000. It was 2006. Justin Timberlake came out with Future Sex Love Sounds, and he was always wearing a fedora
Wow.
every freaking place he went. I was like, this is a cool man. I want my fedora.
I want one of each color.
Then I look back at my fedora collection. I'm like, I'm not wearing any of this ever again.
You ever think that in general though? Like you have like
Amazing.
even like today, you have like a fit that you think looks good, and then you put it together, and it's like this doesn't look the way that I wanted it to look. Like when you go.
It's
on
always
bikes.
better in your head, though. That's
I
why.
know, right? So yeah, that's funny.
If that guy can rock it, I can rock it.
I have a very limited amount of things I can rock. Plain clothes, that's it. Yeah.
You know, the opposite side of that is I used to think V-necks were trash, but now I love wearing V-necks.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I thought V-necks were trash, and now I'm like, no, I needed a little bit of that chest.
Yeah,
you know?
No, you need the
Like
low V.
Kev's got the proper
The
V
deep
right
V.
there.
V right, yeah,
Oh,
this-
okay. I
Not
got
too
the
Deep
deep.
V.
Not a deep V though, like not.
Hey, if I feel scandalous, maybe I'll a little bit of the chest, but that's the proper length of a
Yeah.
V.
All right,
You
cool.
need the chest hair to breathe.
These guys
I'm
just rock-
Filipino, man. I only have chest hair. I have like one that's flowing
one.
in the wind.
Oh,
It's like I'm leaving this one. I'm leaving this one. I'll get rid of it.
you
Said
accidentally
chest
shaved
hair, not chest hairs.
it. Singular, yeah. That's funny.
So these guys used to rock double collared, pop collared polos.
Used
Oh,
to.
that's Kevin. That's Kevin. That's Kevin.
Oh, no.
Whoa.
I've
Oh,
was
never
that a
rocked
fit?
that.
Whoa, that's Kevin. That's
It
Kevin.
wasn't
Whoa.
just Kevin. That shit was tight.
Yo, Tyler, have you ever seen anyone rock a double polo before?
A double polo?
In person or
polo.
on a
Pop
mannequin?
collars. Pop collars.
Different
Pop
colored
collars.
polos, and they're popped.
Literally
Colors
the
were
exact
popped.
same polo worn twice. Just one color. Like you go to Blue Notes. I remember this like it was yesterday. Me and Edgar went to Polo and physically thought to ourselves, yo, that looks cool. We bought 2 polos. Mine was blue and white. What was yours?
That's a lie. I didn't wear blue notes.
Well, whatever. I picked a store. I don't know. American. I don't remember. But we thought it was cool, and we were rocking double polos, and we have pictures to prove it that I can't be deleted anymore.
Were these buttoned up, or was it? Was there?
These
No.
were
Yeah.
these were popped collars. And
Yeah.
you know? Oh,
Like
man.
Elvis style, eh? Just
I regret nothing. Regret nothing.
No, 100%. It worked.
Yeah, it worked.
I weirdly still think that's kind of cool.
Right? Thank
don't
you,
mind that.
Tyler.
I don't mind
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
I don't mind that
Justified.
actually. I
Thank
don't mind
you.
that.
Next
I don't
week
know
on the
why.
show, Tyler's gonna be wearing a double.
And I
double
think that's
pop-up.
why. I think
Yeah.
it's just intriguing. I'm like, maybe I should try it out myself.
So many different color combinations.
Oh my gosh, the possibilities are endless.
He's gonna do all those TikToks for Virgin, and he's gonna have 2 colors.
Please do it.
It's got to be popped. I don't know.
It's
if I
got to
can
be
do the pop,
popped.
though.
It's got to be popped. No,
It'll look
pop.
weird if it's 2 colors like not popped.
Yeah, they're just folded. It's like, what do you
Popping in ones like this.
No.
But hey, I'm flexible. I can work with whatever. I can try and not pop them this time.
If you try A for effort.
I'm not a popper of colors.
No?
Ever.
Okay.
No.
Fair.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't recommend it anymore. It's not really. It's very outdated.
Is that it for fashion, or is there other?
I used to go to Randy River a lot. So
Oh,
like
God.
I had a lot of
River.
dragons. Don't judge me, man. I thought dragons.
Did you
were
have
cool.
that belt? Did you have that belt, James? With
Which
the-
belt?
You have dragon shirts?
I have dragon
Like what's it
shirts.
called?
Like a
Under
silk
the-
ones?
Yeah, it was a belt that like it was like
Silk ones.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right, Edgar?
Yeah.
The silk shirt.
Yeah,
Oh,
the silk shirts.
everyone had them. Pretty sure.
I used to. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I was really into. I don't know why. I thought
You still have it, don't you?
no. Christine made me donate them.
She threw them out, didn't she?
She found it. She's like, "What the hell is this?"
She's like, she looks so old. I'm like, yeah, I had it when I was a kid. It's like, ew.
Vintage. The word you're looking for is vintage.
Yeah, that's a good word.
It'd probably be hot now. I think it'd be cool. No, probably not.
I remember that belt though that Marlo's talking about. I remember because Marlo got me one for Christmas because I didn't have one. Do you remember that, Marlo?
I remember everyone had one. And I'm like,
And
One
I feel like Kevin doesn't have one.
I didn't have
You guys
one,
don't remember
so-
those belts? It was like a.
It was like a. How do you
Hard to
explain it? It's
describe.
like it was like a buckle, but it was you wouldn't button it. It was just
Yeah.
Oh, you
you
mean the
just pull
slide?
it.
The
Slide?
Yeah,
ones?
yeah.
Oh,
then-
I know. Yes,
And
I
then
had
the style was like you let the end like
The
just
thing
hang.
Hang out, hang out.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. Oh.
No.
Are we just dating? Are we dating ourselves? Like you don't remember that? Edgar, shut
I
up.
remember.
You remember? Don't lie.
No.
Seriously?
But I was the wallet chain guy.
Everyone had that too. Sure.
That was me from like grade 5 to 12.
By the way, that's a weapon. I just want to make sure everyone's clear. Everyone wore that to school, and that's a weapon.
What's crazy is that it's usually not a fancy wallet. It's like one of
No.
those Velcro wallets with
The Velcro.
That was leather from Bose.
Okay, so public toilet seats. What do you guys do? Do you hover, make a nest? Do you?
Well, this
wipe?
is easy. I don't use them in that
Yeah.
way.
Like,
I try to
That
avoid
work.
them. Yeah.
I never number two in public
Yeah.
unless I'm dying. If I'm gonna die,
I try not to use it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
If
What
I
is
had
the
to,
wor-
then I hover. I'm
yes,
a hover. Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. What's the
even at
Hey,
work? None of y'all really?
At work, I make a nest.
a nest?
Like paper.
Keep
That's what you mean,
the
right?
toilet
Yeah,
paper
Paper
around.
around. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know a lot of people do that, but where's the grossest place you've ever had to number two?
Oh man.
Oh, you're right.
Would you do it at a Jets game? I imagine those.
No.
fuckers
Oh,
can't-
no.
Like I usually have, if I go to place, there's usually a place I know that has a clean bathroom. Like Polo Park, I won't, but I would go, or like if I was driving by a casino, I go to a casino bathroom. They're fucking clean all the time.
Yeah.
But the grossest one I went to was an outhouse.
Oh,
Last year's softball tournament. And it was like after a night of partying, and it was raining that night. So it was fucking gross. It was like sloppy everywhere.
oh,
And my legs hurt from hovering the whole fucking time, and it smelled so bad. And it sucks because literally 5 minutes after I got out of there, the fucking cleaning guys came and cleaned every single fucking one. Put new toilet paper
course.
and everything, like
Oh,
of course.
sanitized it. I was like, motherfucker.
Yo, that's one of my biggest fears is falling into one of those because I'm so small. Like legit. Like if I ever fell into one of those, just leave me because I'm not leaving. Like
Just leave.
That's so gross.
you think I'm gonna climb out of that thing and clean my no. It's done. Just leave me. Just move on. Tell them good things about me, not this. Like there's no way. That's frightening.
Okay. I wipe. I usually carry hand sanitizer with me, even before pandemic. So I would like wipe the seat.
Good for you.
So
Yeah, that's smart.
So okay. Well, I asked Chris this last week. So if you Freaky Friday, I guess you three would. What would you do? Or wait, let me ask Tyler. If you Freaky Friday Mandy, what would you do?
That's a good question. God, what would I do? I don't know. I don't know what white people do when they're spare time. I honestly don't, man. I don't. I would play with the dog. Though.
Nice.
I love her. I love her dog, so I would play with the dog.
Nice.
I don't know, man. I would want to see what it's like to run long distance because she's a freaking runner, and I
Not get tired. Like,
yeah, not get tired.
Nice.
Give me 10 minutes, I'm winded. I was like, man, I think I would want to test out her lungs and see how long you can run for.
Nice.
As a small
Holding your
Ukrainian girl.
Holding your breath underwater, like this is a long time.
Yeah, essentially.
Oh, it's funny.
What would you think she would do with your body?
God, she would make me go to the doctor because I don't like going to the doctor. Get shit checked out. Like I think it was the last podcast or the podcast before I had hives. Yeah.
Oh,
She'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna take this opportunity to get this fucker to go to the doctor. That's what it would be probably.
oh, it's funny.
And I'm assuming you still didn't get it checked out.
No. It's been good though. It's been good.
It's healed. It's fine. It's healed. It's
Yeah, it
fine.
does wonders, man.
Yeah.
All I needed was reacting.
There you go. That's all you need.
I don't need no doctor.
And how about you three? If you three Freaky Friday,
three?
Just choose one.
Who am I
one
Freaky
person.
Friday?
you
choose
Anyone you
anyone?
want. You choose one.
You choose one.
I get to choose one. I'd probably pick Marlo.
No, you don't want to do that. The instant
probably-
you wake up in the morning,
Oh, I feel like that now.
you'll be so
I put
tired.
my knees.
Yeah.
I'd probably pick Marlo just so I can know what it's like. Well, I guess I could have picked any of you, but just to know what it's like to actually know how to play basketball well and like cross people up and stuff. You can still do that, right, Marlo? Do that? And I think you still play ball, don't you?
We're about to find out.
No, yeah, we're about
That's fine. Okay, nice.
it's starting up again next week, so
Yeah. Okay.
we'll see.
Yeah. And then while I'm Marlo, I'd probably call Tristan and be like, "Hey, remember that time I dunked on you?" And then I'd hang up and that's it. Yeah, I wouldn't say anything more because he knows what he. Oh,
He
Tristan
knows
is
it.
one of our friends that Marlo absolutely posterized a long time ago, and we never let him forget it. So.
This was on a non-NBA hoop, by
Yeah,
the way.
it was. It was. I was
Yeah, it was amazing. It was recorded. That footage is somewhere. We'll find it. Chris is our
It was?
historian. He could probably it was
Oh.
recorded somewhere. But that's me. That's what I do.
All right, Marlo, you choose Kevin or Edgar.
I think I would choose Edgar,
right, you would.
just because. What?
I was like, yeah, you would.
Just because he's experienced so much, and like he goes out all the time.
All the
So
time.
it's like, yeah, just to, I don't know, have those experiences. Like obviously I can't do that right now because I'm like a father and I work a lot. So yeah, it would be nice to just have that freedom again.
This is what you call it, freedom? Damn.
I was wondering the same thing. I was like, oh, okay.
Wait,
I'm not bagging on being a parent.
No,
you know?
of course. Of course.
I'd be Kevin.
Why?
Because his apartment, one.
A tiny ass apartment. Okay.
and he has lots of money.
Okay.
So-
Whoa.
He's hitting
I'll
the
use
I
both
know.
of those to my advantage
False.
for the day.
False. Not true.
Very true.
No. You can take care of my plant and make it grow if you for the
Oh, I'll make it
For the
grow.
day. Yeah.
just blow all his money. So when he switch back, he'd be like, "What the hell?"
Or
happened to
lack
him?"
thereof. Yeah, no.
We
That's
switch and be like, what the hell's this?
I
If I
remember
was-
James's response to this question from last week,
It doesn't change.
and I was like, oh.
Doesn't change.
You,
My answer last week was if I switch with anybody, I'm twerking naked and recording it on your phone. So when we switch back, you're gonna be like, "What the hell?" So
well, while we're you, I'm gonna change my ringtone and profile picture to that. Oh wait,
Wait, what?
because you're gonna send it to us, I'm assuming. So.
no, I wouldn't send it. No.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
I would just keep it, email it to my secret,
What?
my secret email that I have, and then
Okay.
I don't know why I would keep it. It's kind of weird.
100%. That's weird.
Blackmailing purposes? I don't know why. I don't.
Oh God. Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys got anything else, or
I got a question for the group.
Just to go.
Sure.
I got a question for the group. What is your best bullshit excuse you've said to a girl to avoid texting or hanging out with her?
Oh wait, yeah.
Ooh,
To
That's
avoid
Yeah, I
hanging
had
out.
a babysit. I had a
Excuse.
babysit.
babysit.
I don't have younger siblings. I just yeah, babes.
Why am I saying no to this girl? I'm not really in a position to say no to girls right now. So why would I not want to hang out with them?
Well, I'm married. Is this
Oh, okay, obviously. The easiest one is work for me. I mean, it's almost it's true 90% of the time, but what's yours,
Oh
Edgar?
man,
I imagine.
I don't have anything.
Oh, she's still on red.
beggars can't be choosers, man. I'm
That's
going
what
on
I'm
that date.
saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. You started off this story
Still
so
on
well,
red.
and now you're making me say no to her. Like, no. I'm gonna take her to a nice dinner. We're gonna have a good time. That's my answer to that.
man,
Tyler, you got
I
something?
can't think of anything.
No,
I can't think of
I would join Kevin say work.
Yeah.
Because again, it usually is work when I'm busy. So,
Mhm.
and I can use a lot of behind the scenes stuff as an excuse. Like, oh, you're not on the air. Well, I got other stuff to do behind the scenes.
No,
Nice.
never question. Have you
Yeah,
ever used it on your girlfriend, or
No.
you don't have to send her this? It's fine. She won't see
No.
it.
No.
Okay.
I had nuts. I don't know if I would. I'd rather go see her than be at work.
Good answer. Smart answer.
Absolutely, 100%.
All right, one more for the dudes that have girlfriends and are married. If you could describe your significant other as a day of the week, which would it be?
Thursday.
Nice.
I don't know why. She just feels like
Just
We're like, whoa, what the
Whoa.
whoa. That's deep.
Friday's too rowdy, and we're not that type of rowdy people. But Thursday's like we're getting ready to party. But let's stay
Pre-gaming.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely.
Nice.
I would say Sunday for me. Sunday.
Sunday
Because
morning.
it's like a chill day. Like
Okay.
I find Abby like the chill type. So yeah, it's one for me.
Not like that.
James is thinking hard on this one.
I-
Is Christine in the room? Is that why?
No,
Blink twice.
she's staring at her now.
Blink
She's
twice
staring
if you
at him.
can't answer.
no, because Thursday is a good answer, because Thursday is our favorite like TV show day. It's like
Oh yeah.
it's
Perfect.
Big Brother. It's Law and Order Thursday, so it's like one of our favorite days. So I don't want to steal your Thursday.
No, you can. It's for different reasons. I didn't even have a reason. I was like, yeah, no, it just feels like Thursday.
Yeah.
If I had said Wednesday, y'all gonna think we're freaks or whatever.
Hump day.
It's hump day. That's why.
I want to say like a Saturday night.
I like how we're breaking these days up into like
Yeah,
I
exactly.
was like, I didn't even think of the time. of the day.
6:45 p.m.
Is that miscongeniality, you think? Perfect date. I think a Saturday night, because it's errands are done and we just get to do whatever with each other. So I think a Saturday night, because that's quality time.
awesome. Chris, what was your answer? Did you
Nice.
answer?
Oh, because Marlo said Sunday. I said Sunday morning.
Oh.
Sunday morning.
Yeah, because it's been falling. No, okay, never mind. No,
Well, now you have to sing the
Oh,
rest
is that
of it.
Name
is
that
that
song.
Maroon 5?
yeah.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
terrible.
I didn't get. I'm bad at recognizing songs though, so.
You guys got something else, or I have more like thing.
Not off the top of my head.
Okay. What's a song or artist that you'd rock out alone but be embarrassed to play like in front of your people?
That used to be any sort of boy band, but now
Hell yeah.
it's so ingrained in my personality that I have no shame anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
And you know what? Being exposed to other Filipinos that have the same type of genre, I'm like, okay, now I'm
Yeah.
cool. I'm not weird.
No, not at all.
Again, growing up in white neighborhoods, Marlo probably knows, or Edgar probably knows. It's like it's weird that where everyone's white and they're like, I like Metallica, I like Iron Maiden. I'm like, bro, give me NSYNC any day of the week.
I went through that phase as well, where I only listened to like Red Hot Chili Peppers and like Nickelback at one point.
Yeah, I was the same way. Californication all the time. I was like, this is a safe band. No one's gonna question this. Trying to fit in.
Like Rob Zombie for a bit. That was a little crazy.
Oh, man. Okay.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you mean if you guys were in the car with your boys and they handed you the aux, you wouldn't play Backstreet Boys?
I would now. Yeah.
Oh, we
definitely
getting the full O Town. You guys already know.
Oh yeah.
You guys already know we getting O Town. Like first album to current. So
I think now would be like Disney songs.
Oh yes,
I
absolutely.
don't have kids, and now it's like, why are you listening to Disney songs? You don't have
Yup.
kids. It's like, no, I just think this is a banger.
Oh yeah. What's your favorite Disney song?
I'll make a
Nothing.
man out of you by Mulan.
Nice.
Oh.
Good one.
Nice.
Good one. Good one.
On repeat.
It's funny because there was a point in time where I was actually supposed to do a celebrity boxing match with one of my buddies who
Okay.
worked for CKJS,
Yeah.
and we had the plan to have walkout songs that were just Disney songs, and his was "I'll Make a Man Out of You." I was like, shit, that's
so
a
good.
damn one right there.
Holy.
Damn, fire. That's so good.
it's so good.
Wow. That's a good one actually to come
Yeah,
up.
exactly, right?
Right? No
It's not
kidding.
Think about it. It's like, oh,
Wow.
damn.
That's too good.
Nice.
It's funny you say it because like my friends used to backyard wrestle, and one of his theme songs that he'd come out to, his entrance song was the Friends theme.
The Friends theme.
Yeah.
What? So no one told you.
And he'd be running out like he's Ultimate Warrior, and just like, oh shit, yeah. So,
Oh,
it was so good. It was so
That's too funny.
Wow.
Don't
Wait,
do
backyard wrestling? Did you say
Yeah,
backyard
man.
wrestling?
Yeah, man.
So so when the music it's like blasting when you guys are,
Yeah.
or is it like your phone on you and okay?
No.
Yeah,
They,
phones.
they got like a boombox set up, and then they just
Oh wow.
put or CD player or whatever and just play it.
Nice.
Damn.
Those were the days, huh? What was that last? How long ago
Last
was that? Don't lie. How long ago was
Last
that?
week.
Just because I'm still a wrestling fan doesn't mean my back would not be able to take.
I don't think.
backyard
Yeah, I was just
wrestling.
gonna say I don't think we're built like that
No
anymore.
way, man.
Yeah.
I get hurt just waking up in the morning, man. Like it's not fun.
100%.
I have a question for Tyler.
Yo,
Like what's the craziest thing you've, I guess, witnessed during your radio career?
the one that comes to the top of my head is for, I think it was Canada's 150th birthday. We were doing things that were 150 related, where it's like giving away ketchup chips because that's Canadian, or Timbits because that was Canadian. And then I agree. I don't know why I agreed to this, but I rode the Polar Express at the Red River X for 150 minutes straight.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
What?
Whoa.
I sat in that ride
Damn.
and I didn't get off until like two and a half hours later.
Oh my god.
Is that the one that
And
goes
then-
backwards?
Yeah, it's the one that goes backwards and up and down, and
Oh,
it's,
wow.
it's like turning around and around.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Didn't yak. Those rides don't make me yak. But man, I felt some whiplash afterwards after I got out of there.
Holy man.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So
When you
wait,
got-
wait, like it was just continuous? Like you didn't like,
Yeah,
there was
well,
no
they
break?
have to stop
Oh.
because they
Yeah,
saved the seat for me, but
Right,
they'd
right.
stop in between to let other people on.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I
Oh.
didn't get off that ride for
Oh, okay.
the whole 150 minutes.
That's still
Oh,
nuts.
okay.
Oh man.
At what
Wow.
point were you like, this was a bad idea?
I want to say an hour in. I was like, man, I'm bored of this already.
Oh, you're bored.
You were bored? Oh man. I would feel so weird after that.
Yeah, I wasn't sick, but man, I was like, I felt like I had vertigo basically.
Yeah. I feel like getting off that ride for that long, I'd have to walk backwards just because like this is normal to me now. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the carnies didn't believe me. They're like, he's not gonna last 150. I was like, out of pettiness, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just do it.
Should have bet him.
Y'all challenge me, I'm gonna do it now.
yeah, now it's out of pride or anything. Oh, it's too good.
Wow.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Have you ever had like crazy fans like approach you?
James.
Oh.
No, no. I'm not crazy. I shy. It's not. That's.
James is always a sweetie whenever he comes by.
Thank you.
It's always like catching up with an old friend, basically.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
I want to say pancake Mexico. Because I honestly I think it was just because I mentioned on the radio that I liked pancakes. But I mean, who the hell doesn't like pancakes? That doesn't require you to come meet me at an event to give me a box of like the old Aunt Jemima pancake mix. You know?
Yeah.
And it's like partially open. They go,
I can't remember, man. I wouldn't be surprised if it was. I didn't actually check the box. I was like, after she left, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna leave this here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We put it under the table because I think it was broadcasting at the time. So I was like, I'm gonna stick this under the table. That's the one that I think of. But again, I'm probably missing some other people. It sounded like the weird thing is they don't know that it's weird, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they mean well, which is good, and I appreciate that. But you know, I don't know these people on a personal level to be like, okay, I trust this person enough that I could take this gift.
Right.
Yeah.
It's for my own safety. It's for my own safety, just in case.
There you go, James. Next time you see him, bring a pancake Bix batter and see if he accepts it.
See,
If he
but
accepts it,
I trust James.
yeah, there you
I
go.
trust James.
See?
Even if it was open.
Yeah.
It's open.
There you
I'm not
go.
gonna
I
lie.
need to see him make those pancakes beforehand
Yeah.
to know that it was him that was using it. Before.
Yeah. Good call. Good call.
Oh man, I was gonna say, next time I see him, I totally was gonna bring him.
There you go.
Bring me some syrup, man. I'm
Yeah,
good
yeah.
with pancake mix.
Yeah.
So is that like the odd? Do you have any other odd like memorabilia from people?
See, it's been a while because of the pandemic, right? But there'd always be some people that would just come by and just drop off gifts for us. Depending on what they were, sometimes we take them, sometimes we didn't. Because if it was homemade, that's kind of sketchy. Because again, we don't know these people; they're just kind of listening to us.
Yeah.
But again, if I built up a rapport with some of these listeners and I didn't do them on a personal level, but again, if it was James, I'd be cool with that. If it was a person that just knows me from the air and has only met me like twice, that it's a little bit weirder. But yeah, I don't think anything's gonna top that. Everything else has been just kind of fine, or they'll just chat for a while. And then it gets awkward because I'm like, I gotta leave. You know?
So yeah, my friends are waiting for me.
But there's nobody here.
It's hard to say no because of course I want to keep the conversation going, but you know when it comes to conversations, there's usually a flow when when there's a break in the conversation and it ends.
Yeah.
But sometimes certain listeners, it's you got to get all the details out, because who knows when you're gonna see them again. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Well, I'm tapped out. Questions. If anybody else has something,
I don't think so.
No.
I got any more.
And then I can go.
Tyler, do you have anything for us?
Listen, I just want to say this is a hell of a lot of fun, boys. I would.
Oh, thanks, man.
I shouldn't suggest it, but like I would love to come back. I would definitely love to come back if you guys have me. But this has been so much fun. Yeah, I love what you guys are doing, and keep doing what you're doing, because this is such a fun dynamic, because I'm actually seeing you guys too, which is really cool. So yeah, it's just like shooting the shit, which is always fun, right?
Thanks, man.
Actually, before we sign up, well, yeah, thank you. It is appreciated. when you do your pod, I know obviously you guys do it in studio. Do you guys like come up with stuff like beforehand, or you just like show up, hit record?
No, we discuss, because Mandy and I are so alike that sometimes we think of the same topic to talk about. So we want to have like 3 each, and want to kind of overlap. So we kind of discuss beforehand, and plus maybe sometimes it might be stuff that we're just like, should we talk about this? Should we not? Like even last episode, we were kind of iffy about the whole Will Smith thing. That I was like, as long as we don't talk about the actual slap, and we talk about like, it was like Gracie's jujitsu giving like tips on how to prevent a slap from someone. Like that I like, because that's not so much the topic. That's like topic adjacent.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, we discussed beforehand.
Okay.
Awesome.
Actually, Chris and I talked about it last week, because him and I were on the pod. But since you do bring up the Oscars, what did you actually think of the performance for We Don't Talk About Bruno? Did you not like it? Me and Chris didn't like it.
I thought it was weird. I don't know. It's different. I mean, it's all about being bold, right? So I get why they're doing it on the grandest stage. Just wasn't my cup of tea. Definitely wasn't my cup of tea.
Agreed.
I'm
trying to end this like in a happy, laughy moment, but I'm like, I think
I honestly didn't see it, so I.
Yeah, me neither.
But
I don't know
take
what you're
your word
talking
for it.
about.
If it's not the original, I don't want it. Let's just.
Okay, well, that concludes our episode of Just Another Podcast. If you haven't already, please follow us on Instagram. I was about to say Twitter. We don't have a Twitter.
You want me to make one? I'll make one.
Spotify. You can't give the Twitter to Edgar, because he'll just get us banned.
Yeah.
Whatever, man. It's not permanent.
At Just Another Pod. Follow Tyler at Tyler Magz. Is that across everything? Awesome.
Yes.
Across everything. Listen to his pod with his co-host Mandy Shu.
Telling her you said that.
I mentioned her name and I froze. Y'all see that?
I know. You froze already.
Oh
what the heck, man?
It was the internet. It was the internet. Yes, sorry. Follow Tyler Magz across all socials. He's on Virgin every Monday to Friday from 2 to 7. That's Virgin 103. You could also listen to it. If you're not listening from Winnipeg, you can listen to him on virginradio.com.
103 on virginradio.ca.
That's it. Thank you.
I say it like 17,000 times.
It's memorized.
It's down to a T.
Yeah.
Once again, thank you again. And Tyler, much appreciated, bro. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Tyler.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Tyler.
it.
Thanks a lot, Tyler.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate it.